Hello, Fear the Meerkat here. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy VI Advance Let's Play. So where you could probably see the mouse there, that wasn't my intention. So it doesn't really matter which of those two you go down, you'll end up here anyway. So I'm actually quite lucky. I almost accidentally destroyed this game. This save file, so things might get a bit trickier from here. You can see a Magitech suit being made there, by the way, but don't go down there yet. Anyway, there's something we need to do over here before we do anything else. But yeah, things might get a bit trickier here. There's a lot of Onion Knights here. As you can see, but that's not the only problem. You also encounter a lot of Magitech suits here, and sometimes you encounter two of them together, and that's very difficult. This is actually the third time I think I'm recording this, third or fourth, because I had some big problems previously with other. Basically I died quite a lot, and so yesterday I kind of gave up. But I am restarting today and trying to do better, and hopefully I'm starting from the same place. It's a little tricky to tell, but I hope I am. Now, I'm not going to use these Dragoon boots on anyone who's already got boots and make them go faster or whatever. And I think some of these other relics are just too useful, basically. But I am going to put the Dragoon boots on him. Now, you can do a not very impressive attack through jumping. Dragoon is a class that exists, like White Mage, for example, or in other games in this series. I don't think the class system really exists in Final Fantasy VI, but yes, and Dragoons attack by flying through there. But it also has a much more helpful thing it does, which is allowing you to jump instead of attacking, and you'll see what that does later on. Another good reason to give it to Sabin is Sabin doesn't depend on his physical attacks, he depends on Blitz, if you could get Blitz to work. I also suggest, if you can, that you give them something that prevents blind. It will be incredibly helpful, trust me. I'm just gonna see what the others have. Yeah. I just want to see if I have any unequipped swords now. And that's it. That's good, because that means I haven't accidentally skipped any parts of the game that shouldn't be skipped. It is actually quite hard to navigate in this part of the game as well, so I have to be careful with that. It's quite a weird thing. Occasionally, Blitz doesn't work. I don't quite know why. It is, of course, possible that I am merely entering the command incorrectly. Well, that is most annoying that Locke has fainted or died, but at least Blitz worked. And since Blitz worked, which is actually quite a rare thing, and since Edgar has gained a level, I'm not gonna do anything about that. I'm just let that happen. Since we have, I would suggest that you use Soleils here to heal them. Yes, it does take up some of the magic, but when you're in a boss battle, which is coming up, the good thing about saving all of your high potions is that you don't need to wait until you get Soleils in order to heal. So it's more useful when you're not facing a boss to use Soleil's abilities. See, Blitz is just weird. I suppose I ought to say, no, it's all my fault. I'm just not very good at this. But really, there do seem to be times when I swear that I did it correctly. But really, there do seem to be times when I swear I did it correctly, and in fact it turns out that I didn't. So... And you honestly can't afford to start having Blitz not work now. Yeah, there's nothing useful there, but there's something very useful in here. Oh, or perhaps that's the wrong thing. But there is something very useful somewhere here. So let's have a look at the shield. There you go. Seems like a shield fit for King. Deposed King, but a King nonetheless. But somewhere around here is the thing that I'm looking for. In this case, it's absolutely vital that Blitz works, considering you were lagging here. As you can see, darkness is very annoying. Ah, why not? It's not like it helps either. Okay, so Sophie now knows Cure. It's pretty useful. But yes, they can do that. This is most irritating. Blind. Okay, I suspect. Oh well, I'm actually an idiot. I already have the thing that I need that we've come up here to get. It's the Dragoon boots. I thought they were up here, but they're not. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We've got them, and that's what's important. So this is an area that we could have gotten onto earlier. If we did, we would have been permanently trapped here. This is why I avoided going here in the previous episode. Right, Flame Tang is, if I'm correct, one of those items, 3 swords I told you about earlier. Yes, it is. And now you'll see what Dragoon boots do. Yeah, just press the appropriate button and they do that. And now we go back to here again. I've probably cut out some battles here. This is quite a sensible thing to do. Looks like I've gone the wrong way, never mind. It is quite helpful to fight things anyway, so I've got a feeling that's all we can do without trying to travel on one of these things. So let's try travelling on one of these things now. I want to try to make sure I explore everywhere that there is. Can. Every time that works, I sort of think, well, thank goodness that works. I thought I was in serious trouble when I didn't know what else we would. No, nothing really interesting here. Oh, there does appear to be this area. So that sort of answered that question about what's over there. But yeah, I think we're going to have to travel in these tubes for a while. And they sort of disappear altogether in a weird way. Well, maybe all the other enemies do too, but I haven't really noticed them all disappearing quite the same way. Maybe it's just because it happens all at the same time. I'm just not sure. Alright, you don't want to go the way that robot went yet. I'm right. I could be wrong, but I don't think you do. And here we have some serious problems. Two of them. I want to see what effect magic has, because sometimes why did I use cure on the wrong person? I didn't. That's nice. Okay. Which of possibilities. It's actually quite rare that I managed to do that without any of the characters being killed, but in this case it worked. Ah, this looks like a new area. Our last eye drops. I don't know if you can use tents indoors or not. I don't think there's anything down here, once this battle's done, I'm probably gonna leave. Try Bioblasting. I don't think it does much more than the other thing, but let's try it. Ah, that's not bad. Maybe it does do more. But the only one character knows BLITZ ATTACKS because they really are phenomenally useful. Now I think we're getting pretty close to the time when we can stop doing this and just move on to the next section. So I am actually gonna take a look at what's happening in terms of status for them. See if any of them are close to leveling up. See what their general sort of levels are. Okay. You know what? I think actually maybe we should start to move on now and leave it at that. I thought there might be more things for us to go along, tubes and such, but I'm not entirely sure now that that's correct. I need to show off regen to you at some point. I might as well show off this Madoon attack where you jump through the air at some point. Yeah, Bar Blaster does seem to do more. Oh, since we've got quite a few of these and don't have infinite magic. Okay, let's just go for it now. I've got a feeling this takes us to the next area with the game. Yep. It's Mr. McEvildude. I guess he's using them on himself. Magic. Wow, he's really doing the evil laugh thing. Ah, poor Lester. Well, you know what's about to happen to us. So yes, as far as I know, we've got everything we can in this area. I am just going to get Edgar up to the next level, and then I think it's time we moved on to the boss. Don't go down there yet until you're ready. And there we go. I am just gonna do this final little bit of healing. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait because I've got a feeling there's something useful down there that allows us to be healed anyway. Doesn't matter which of these you go down and end up in some place. jump. The thing we've got for jumping is useful to a certain extent. Not that big an extent, so... Okay, it doesn't matter, but that's at least that. So, what's intense now? Used to us now. Now, a quick word about this forthcoming battle. We are about to fight our first Esper, and Espers are pretty powerful. My very, very, very strong recommendation is that you use Rune Blade every time. Now, it's going to switch between Espers, so the elemental damage that you'll need to do will change. Physical attacks work to a certain extent, but elemental attacks can be much more powerful. Now, don't overuse the magic attack. You can use Siren or whatever, but I would suggest only using them once, because we don't have an infinite amount of ethers here. In fact, we have none on the whole. Yeah, these two Espers attack you now. And Rune Blade is going to be very useful. I think it's ice that you need to use against that thing, but physical attacks really don't do that much, as you can see. I don't think fire's going to do that much, so I don't think I can try slow, see what it does. Oh, I think I used slow on myself. Oh no. Well, if I can use it on myself, maybe I can use it on that. A lot of these attacks are suddenly redundant when you're against that thing, unless you know ice attacks, which I don't. Try steel, I suppose. Sugar. Alright, you're gonna really need her back in the game here, as it were. Alright, let's try regen. Still, I guess. Why not? Okay, this is not going well. Okay, if I fail this, I will skip until I get to a point where until I get past this point, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I think I've pretty much failed this. Well, as I say, I won't bother to shirt off. I will just get to the appropriate point. Alright, quick note, I have put an air knife on lock because, as I say, fire doesn't work very well against a frit, but the knife does. So that's what I've done. Also, maybe if I change, maybe, I don't know for sure, but maybe if you change the formation, you'll start with cell 8, which is very useful because of green braid. So, try that. Truth is, I don't know for sure. I've never managed to go beyond this point in the game, so... Okay, eventually it will switch to her. And she is definitely weak to fire. But she can do that, which is quite annoying. So if you have any characters that know fire attacks, use them now. And I suppose that's what Dragoon does, so now you know. Another good reason to use High Potion is that you need Soleil's to keep on using Runic, since you can't use her for anything else, so... If this is rather strangely edited together, it's because, to put it simply, I really need to keep saving this, or I'm not going to survive this fight, and that won't be fun for me. If I keep interrupting, basically, if this seems strangely edited together, that's because I really I don't want you to watch me fail. That would be boring for you, and because of that, I'm saving quite a few times. So there we go. None of those do anything. Never mind. Huh? I don't know what happened there. I guess they somehow got defeated early. I have literally never seen that before. I guess I just managed to do enough damage. I suppose it's a sort of pattern where they switch after a certain period of time, and I managed to do enough damage before that period of time for them to reach the threshold of damage at which they realise they're still espers. Perhaps they got confused about what they were because they've been drained of their powers. I don't know. They seem to have a lot of power, actually, considering the fact that they've been drained of their powers. But we do know that actually when they turn into Magicite, they have more power than Captain knows about. So maybe that's it. Or maybe they would be phenomenally powerful if they hadn't been drained. And since they've only got, like, I don't know, 10% power left, that's what we were facing there. I don't know. Interesting stuff. As I say, I'm venturing into territory unknown. Pretty cool territory though. Well, maybe we'll get their power now. That would be nice. Oh, no, I guess not. Ah, good. Well, they did have to die, so it's not good for them, but it's good for us. Well, at least we know what's going to happen. Alright, now would be an excellent time, just before I save it, to give them some more helpful relics, because I don't like any of them having cat sif. Not relics, the deities. Just before I do anything else, I just want to check he hasn't learned some new... no, he hasn't yet. Seems to take quite a long time. Never mind. Right. A Fritz. Corinne. Siren. And Shiva. And none of the others, I think, are that helpful. Well, I suppose I could... No, Corinne's quite... I don't know if I've cut any of this out or not. Okay, there we go. And rather like the others, they will slowly learn these attacks as time goes on, and they gain more magic and experience points. And let's just save and then go through that door, probably into another part of the factory, and then we can just see what happens. Who knows cure right now? Apart from that. Right, the top nut 2, no, correct. No, that's very useful. Okay, let's fight this, I guess, and then move on. These are called fans. I can't help but find that silly. I don't know what the point in having more than one bioblaster is, or auto crossbow or whatever, because there's a very limited number of characters who can use them. In fact, they're limited to one, to put it very simply. So. Okay, I'm going to end the episode there. I will see you next time.